I feel like I'm dressed as myself in 8th grade for Halloween. So if anyone was wondering, this is literally what I looked like in 2007 and 8. I had the poof, I had the frosty blue eyeshadow, I had my L'Oreal mascara where you put the white on first and then you put the black on top of the white, colored eyeliner, hopefully teal if you've got it, but green or vibrant blue also worked for me. And no color on the lips except for maybe some lip gloss or maybe a dark color if I was feeling super edgy that day. And then the only thing I'm missing in my makeup routine was that Whipped Mousse foundation. Yeah, that's what I used. So between the years 2007 through like 2009, I was pretty much a goth. So I wore band t-shirts like this all the time. This one was one of my favorite bands, Him, and that's the lead singer, Villavalo. If it was a rock band or a metal band from Finland, then it was totally my deal. That was my thing in 2007, 7th grade, and 8th grade. So I'm dressed for the part today as well, just like in my last video. If you haven't seen it, I went through all of my Bath & Body Works products that I had kept from the 1990s to the early 2000s, specifically 2004. And today we are going to be going through all of the products from 2004, 5 kind of time, all the way up until 2010, which is why I'm dressed like myself in 2008. If you haven't seen that video yet, then I will put it up above in the card so that you can see it. Also, before we get started, make sure you subscribe to my channel down below because this is a part of a series where I'm going through all of my old school and vintage Bath & Body Works. I used to be a part-time manager at a Bath & Body Works for about 6 years, and now I'm making Bath & Body Works related content on YouTube, so if that's something that interests you, then don't forget to subscribe down below. I'm going to wrap up this series actually with going over some binders that I found in the back room from 2013 and 2014. They really are like little time capsules in binders. So I'm going to be sharing some of those pages with you towards the end of this series, but this is the part 2 of the series. So without further ado, let's start jumping into looking at some of these old products I have. So around the years 2004 and 2005, this was during the Modern Apothecary Era at Bath & Body Works. It was during this time, it's kind of sad, where they more modernized their bottles, made it more spa themed and less about the farm life, less about the homegrown ingredients, and less of that imagery that we know as the Heartland era at Bath & Body Works, which of course is my favorite time period. This is also starting the time that my mom and I kind of started switching away from Bath & Body Works, and she actually used to sell Avon, and so we were kind of stocked up on Avon products. So there is going to be quite a large gap in my collection of where I don't really have anything or don't really remember some of the things that they were releasing at this time. Just because we were distracted with our Avon stuff and we just didn't really go near a Bath & Body Works at this moment. What's left of the ones that my mom did have, and the first one I will show you, is Mango Mandarin. So this is a fragrance you can still find today. I want to say it was only about 2 years ago or so that I picked this up at a semi-annual sale. Sometimes it is online in their retired fragrances tab. But this bottle is specifically from the end of 2004. That still does have the Bath & Body Works Pleasures. If you remember in my previous video, I had like a cucumber green tea one that had this shape of bottle, but we no longer see that sunburst logo anymore. So it was really the end of an era for Bath & Body Works. So reading this to you, it says, Mango Mandarin Body Lotion infused with real mango and mandarin orange extracts. Energizing, luscious, juicy mango and mandarin orange mingle with energizing citrus notes in this mouth-watering fragrance. Daily beauty ritual, smooth over skin to moisturize and fragrance. Naturally pampering ingredients are conditioning aloe vera, protective grapeseed extract, nourishing vitamins E and C. You can see right there they have the price printed right on the bottle, and this one was $9 retail price. That's not including sales. They still did those kind of like buy 2 get 1 free types of bulk sales. When you buy so many, you get so many free. Honestly, smelling this in the bottle, it smells exactly the same as my newer Mango Mandarin that I got from like 2019 or 2020. So I think that this fragrance through the years has pretty much stayed the same. So that's kind of nice to know. Moving right along, I actually have the whole trio in this next fragrance, the body lotion, the body splash, and the shower gel. We must have gotten this at the same time as that Mango Mandarin. This is also from the end of 2004, but this is a fragrance called Green Clover and Aloe. Here's a close-up look of that one. Once again, no sunburst logo right here, it's just empty. And then Bath & Body Works Pleasures is still on the label there. So this one says green clover and aloe body lotion infused with real aloe extract. And where Mango Mandarin said that it was energizing, this one says it's breezy. Breezy, this beautiful blend of fresh cut grass, aloe, and field clover is a breath of fresh air for your senses. Daily beauty ritual, smooth over skin to moisturize and fragrance. Naturally pampering ingredients are conditioning aloe vera, protective grapeseed extract, nourishing vitamins E and C. So pretty much the same as the Mango Mandarin. Let's give it a sniff because I don't really remember this fragrance, what it smells like that well. You know, I think there is a reason that this is what is left over of our collection because all of the fragrances we enjoyed more we actually used up. And so this one was kind of a less delicious smell. Let's smell it not in the body lotion, but maybe the shower gel. I do know that the body lotion sometimes can go a little bit rancid. That one, I'm not sure if it smelled rancid or if it just smelled bad, like I don't like the fragrance. So let's sniff. I've got it in the shower gel here first before I sniff it. I'll give you a close-up look. So it's a little bit taller of a bottle than the body lotion. Everything on the back is also the same, except for it says Daily Beauty Ritual, pour a button-sized drop on a washcloth or mesh sponge, work into lather and smooth over skin. Naturally pampering ingredients are cleansing papaya and conditioning aloe vera. So that's the only difference with the shower gel to the body lotion, but let's give it a sniff in this and see if it's any better. It's a little better, but honestly, I think I just am not that into the fragrance. It's really quite bitter. It's not bad. It's just not good either. It almost smells like something that like a teenage boy should wear. It's like slightly grassy, but also just like a little bit more on the masculine side, but still fresh. Not cologne-y at all necessarily, but I hope that kind of gives you an idea of what this smells like. So I have it in the body lotion, the shower gel, and then here is that same fragrance in the body splash. Everything is the same on the back except for the fact that it says spritz all over for a splash of breezy fragrance. Naturally pampering ingredient is conditioning aloe vera. So both the body lotion and the shower gel were $9. The spray is $10. I'm going to spritz a little on my skin and see what it's like. Oh, my sprayer is broken, so I'm just gonna grab from the straw. When they went from the country farm stand vibe all the way to the spa era, these are more spa-like fragrances. They kind of have that botanical, natural smell. So this is in 2005. We don't have a shift in packaging quite yet. So I have this travel size, and this is in a fragrance that a lot of you are familiar with. It's Cherry Blossom, actually. So on the back, it doesn't really have anything to say other than that the fragrance is Cherry Blossom. But the front says infused with real sweet cherry extract. So that's kind of interesting. Still Bath & Body Works Pleasures too. We used it quite a lot, even though I'm not a huge Cherry Blossom fan. To me, Cherry Blossom smells a lot better than Japanese Cherry Blossom. That's just a personal preference. It's a little more sweet and a little more like kind of a fruity vibe and a little less powdery musky. If they are different, I feel like this Cherry Blossom from back in the day is more fruity, youthful, and playful than the Cherry Blossom I'm thinking of in more modern day packagings. Now next up we have one of my favorite fragrances from this time period, and that is Coconut Lime Verbena. This was my jam. This is how I knew I was a coconut girl because I loved this scent. So we've got Coconut Lime Verbena body lotion infused with real coconut extract. The back says, inviting. Be whisked away to your very own paradise with this luscious blend of fresh coconut, lime, and fragrant verbena warmed by vanilla and musk. And then the part where it says the daily beauty ritual and the pampering ingredients are the same as all of the other ones I've showed you previously, so I'm gonna give this a smell. That is how I remember it. I know they've had more recently the Coconut Lime Breeze in the retired fragrances. It's really similar, but it's not exactly the same. The Verbena does bring it more of a zesty, limey herbaceousness. This last spring we just had, they actually did bring it back in a 3-wick candle, so it's pretty much the same. You can still find Coconut Lime Verbena once in a while at Bath & Body Works. It's not completely retired, just a little bit retired. Now this next one is interesting. It's actually the only body butter I have, but I have this kind of different line. It says Bath & Body Works Skin Therapy instead of the Pleasures. It's hard for me to remember because I wasn't really in store that much during this time period. I would have been in about 4th, 5th grade. And I was kind of more busy with my art stuff collection that I showed you like in my last video. From what I recall and from what I'm picking up after looking at all of these, they had all a signature collection where they had all their fragrances that were kind of like their usual staples, even like they do now. But they had some that were more for fragrance and then more that were for like efficacious needs, which they would label under skin therapy, just like this one. So this one actually is in the fragrance Warm Vanilla Sugar, which of course they still sell today. So then it says Skin Repair Healing Body Butter with shea and jojoba butters. The rich formula promotes healing, strengthens skin's natural moisture barrier, deeply hydrates rough and dry skin, restores a healthy, beautiful appearance. So it's really going for the intensive care. It's almost like first aid kind of. So this is from 2005. And then it says, plus repair with this replenishing cream enriched with shea and jojoba butters, clinically proven to relieve extremely dry skin and strengthen its natural moisture barrier, allowing it to heal. And this was $14, which is kind of steep, I feel like, for back then. I did give this a little smell before I started filming this, and it smells really bad. Like really, really bad. I already don't care for Warm Vanilla Sugar that much. Of all of the gourmands, it's my least favorite. But this definitely went bad. It smells like death, so we're gonna close that and move right along. All right, we're moving on to the next year. The year is now 2006. Okay, so here's the story. At this time, I actually had a newspaper route job. I shared a route with my sister, and then I had one of my own, and then my sister had one. So between the two of us, and my mom helping us, of course, we had 3 paper routes between us. I'd opened up my own little like first child bank and was like saving it for college or whatever, or just saving it in general. But also I had lots of spending money. And so here's to set the scene. I would catch the transit bus. It would pick me up literally right at the end of my driveway because we live right across from a park. And so it would come right by, it would pick me and my sister up. We would drive all the way to the mall in the bus, and we would grab a live wire or Code Red because those were really popular. And we would hit up the arcade and we would play on the Dance Dance Revolution machine. Does anybody remember that game? You'll have to let me know down in the comments below if you ever played DDR. I'm actually really good at it. My sister was even better at it. So that's kind of a little secret about me, is that I actually can play many of the DDR songs on heavy, which is their version of like the extremely hard. So a little bragging right there. So that's just to set the scene. So take my paper out money, catch the bus, go to the arcade, play Dance Dance Revolution all day during the summer. Then we would grab our limited edition Mountain Dews. We would usually buy things like Beanie Babies. We would buy things like CDs. I know I was buying things like my Radio Disney CDs and my Hilary Duff CD and Jump 5, A-Teens, Backstreet Boys when they had released their album Incomplete. I think it was this raccoon Beanie Baby that I bought at the same time as this album by the Backstreet Boys. Those were the memories. During this time, this was a couple years later, I still had the paper route. So I would actually go to the mall with one of my friends, and we went into Bath & Body Works and got these. I actually remember when we did it. So I have the coconut lime verbena in the same packaging as that body lotion I showed you before. And then I also have a different one. I'll show you in a minute. Let's talk about this first. So this one is also infused with real coconut extract. And as you can see, I used it diligently. It was to the point where I was using them and suddenly I was starting to get really low, and they didn't sell these anymore by the time that they had gotten low. And so I realized what was going on, and that, you know, these are kind of like rare and vintage now at this point, so I better not use these anymore. So I don't. But smelling it, smells exactly the same as I remember it. And this cost $6.50 without any sales, which is really interesting. So I had probably bought them when they were on some type of buy two, get one free deal. You know what? I think that's exactly what happened, is a buy two, get one free, because I think I got 2 and then my friend got the other free one, but then we like split the price evenly because we did stuff like that. So that's fun. I got the coconut lime verbena, and then this one is tropical passion fruit, and this smells lovely, at least from what I remember. It doesn't say anything on the back about notes or ingredients like the other lotions do, since this was technically their version of like a travel size. It says passion fruit, but my understanding is that it was actually heavy of mango. I love it. That brings back really good memories. Yep, it smells like playing Dance Dance Revolution. The smell of playing Dance Dance Revolution actually smelled pretty bad because there's like usually lots of like sweaty teenage boys there as well. And then my sister and I would roll up and play all the hard songs and they'd be like, whoa, these girls are hardcore. Okay, so I found the notes. The top notes are passion fruit and mandarin orange. The middle notes are papaya, apricot, and osmanthus, which is apparently a flower that smells like apricots a little bit. And then the base notes are coconut milk and musk. So how nice to have a base note of coconut milk paired with passion fruits and mangoes. I love that. That would be one I would like to see come back in stores one day. So this next one was not a purchase made by me, but I think it was either by my mom or maybe it was a gift or something. But we've got a cute little Japanese cherry blossom. Does anybody remember when they used to look like this? So this is considered one of their travel sizes. It's even smaller and more travel sizey than the other ones. This one is $3.50. It's still part of the Bath & Body Works Pleasures collection. I don't know the specific year on this one, but I am assuming that it's somewhere between 2006 and 2007. So now we're going to delve into a category that we haven't yet, and that is lip glosses. So my mom was hooked on the C.O. Bigelow lip glosses, especially the mentha ones. So I believe this one I have here is from 2007, and it is the Cinnamon. I believe you can still actually buy Cinnamon from the C.O. Bigelow website. Sometimes a Bath & Body Works might carry it, but honestly in my store I hadn't seen them for a while. You can see that there is more text on it than the mentha lip glosses have now. But this says C.O. Bigelow Apothecary's Cinnamon Mentha Lip Shine, cinnamon and mint infused for fresh breath. It has 0.1% cinnamon oil and then 0.6% peppermint oil. Honest, genuine, trustworthy. Our cinnamon and mint infused lip balm provides a glossy high shine with refreshing cooling sensation. Lips stay moist and protected while cinnamon and peppermint oil give breath long-lasting freshness. So my mom was always a huge cinnamon fan, so she got that one back in the day. So these next lip glosses get a little bit confusing. I'm not sure on the date. I feel like they are earlier than where I'm putting them at. But I guess these are from 2007. I'm looking at this code. The fourth number on here is an 8, and the first number on here is a 0. I know these lip glosses aren't from 2000. I know they're not from 2010. And then I'm not so sure that they're from 2008, but that's the only one that would make sense. I feel like I got these when I was at least in elementary school, which I would have been in 8th grade in 2008. So either I'm remembering wrong or the codes on this are just kind of funky. Part of it is these are C.O. Bigelow products, so they could be having different batch code situations. So either way, we're just gonna pretend that these are from 2008. All I know is that they're pretty old. I actually got these for my mom for a Christmas present as a part of a gift set. I remember going into the store during Christmas time, and I remember being very proud of myself for choosing them out because I found them and I knew that she loved these kinds. So it was a set of 5 of them, and then I have the Cinnamon, which we already kind of looked at the big version of the Cinnamon, so it's the same thing, just like a cute little small tube. It also came in this light blue one, which is Spearmint. And this one I don't see them selling. You might be able to find it on the C.O. Bigelow website, but I don't ever see these in stores at Bath & Body Works anymore. And then the next 3 are actually ones that I do see that you can still purchase from Bath & Body Works. We've got the original Mentha, which is like a light green color, and it looks like this. Ultra, which is like a darker green, and this is essentially the same as the original Mentha, but it's just a little bit more intense on the mintiness. And then they have Vanilla Mint, which I have seen in stores not that long ago. So yeah, that was a Christmas present from me to my mom when I was a young teenager or a child or something like that. And she did use them quite a lot, but a girl can only go through so much lip gloss, right? This one was actually my lip gloss, and this one I have not seen both in stores or on the C.O. Bigelow website anymore, and it is the Raspberry Mentha Lip Shine. I used this religiously in junior high, like a lot. So it's really cool because the C.O. Bigelow line, it actually carried a lot of the menthol paired with different fruits. I think they had like a ginger lime one. I think they had mango. I mean, they had all sorts. So I'd like to see more varieties like that come out again. This one just says raspberry oil 2.5% and peppermint 0.25. This smells good and it tastes really good too. You'd think that raspberry and mint would be kind of weird together, especially since the mint is not an herbaceous mint. It's more like a zesty toothpastey mint. I wish you could smell it. It really does bring throwback memories to junior high for me. So I love this. There's still quite a lot left, even though I used it a lot. And sometimes I still use it even today just for memories since I found it. But I don't want to use it up because to me it's like rare and vintage now. This next product I'm going to show you has a very strong memory associated, and it almost could make me a little bit sad if I think too hard about it. I'll tell you the story first and then I'll show you the product. Growing up, my older sister had two best friends and they were both guys. They would actually come over to our house almost every weekend, after school, almost every day during the summer. I mean, these guys like pretty much lived at our house. So to me, they were pretty much my adopted older brothers. They actually became really close family friends. There was a phase there where I was going to my friend's house every weekend, all weekend sometimes, and during the summer we were just together constantly. So I would usually go to her house for the weekends in summer, and then these two guys would come to my house. And so my room was actually used as kind of the sleepover room. So they would do sleepovers where they'd play video games pretty much all night, but when they would retire to hit the hay, my room kind of turned into the guest room. So this family friend, or my sister's friend, whenever he would spend the night, he would stay in my room while I was at my other friend's house. First of all, he was scared of my stuffed animals, so I would always return to my bedroom and all of the Beanie Babies would be like facing the wall so they weren't like looking at him while he slept. And then the other thing he would do is I would have kind of like, you know, my little display of perfumes and bottles and concoctions and things. I guess he didn't like want the room to smell like him when he had been in it when I was going to return. So like he would take this spray, and it was only this spray that he used, and he would douse the room. I mean, like completely floor to ceiling, just doused it in it. And it's funny because it's a glitter mist too, so there'd be glitter everywhere. And so when I smell this, I actually think of him, and it kind of makes me sad because we don't see him anymore. Oh my goodness, the memories. It's so funny. So the spray is Exotic Coconut, and it's this fancy looking bottle of glitter mist. Exotic Coconut Shimmer Body Mist. And so this was mainly him using it, honestly, to spray my room down after he'd use it. It just cracks me up. It was such a running joke between all of us that even like when he'd give me birthday cards, he'd draw like little pictures of the mist in the birthday card. I would love it if they made this fragrance again. It's a really nice one. It's like a true coconut smell, but it's very creamy and vanilla-y. So I'll read the back to you. So it says, toasted coconut folded into sweet cream, at once both fresh and sensuous. I find that it's very creamy. It's almost like coconut cream pie a little bit, except less graham cracker crusty and just more like fresh and milky. For daily beauty, spray a light mist over skin for a soft shimmer with a touch of sensuous fragrance, or you can douse the room with it if you want. So I have one more thing I'm going to show you today, and then I'm going to make a part 3 where I'm going to do 2010 products and beyond. And then I also have those 2 binders I wanted to show you as well that I found while I was working at Bath & Body Works. So that's going to be another video. So one more thing to show you, and that is this gift set that I actually picked up at Goodwill when I was thrifting one day. So this is from 2009, I figured out, and it is from the holiday season, the holiday traditions. So it's got Winter Candy Apple, Vanilla Bean Noel, and then there's this kind of one that I've not seen before until this called Festive Vanilla Fig. I know that there is quite the controversy around Vanilla Bean Noel. The Vanilla Bean Noel of today is different than the old Vanilla Bean Noel, and I'm here to confirm that because I gave this a little sniff, and I don't think it smells the same as the new Vanilla Bean Noel. This one smells so much better. You would think that it'd even be rancid because it's from 2009, but I still think it smells better than a fresh bottle from 2020. What was last Christmas? 2021. It has more of a cookie scent. It's more fresh and vanilla-y, while the Vanilla Bean Noel of today has kind of like this weird musky note that when it's on my skin, it kind of reminds me of cigarettes. I don't know why, if it's a body chemistry thing or what's going on, but this Vanilla Bean Noel does not have that. So on the back it says, make the moment magical. Vanilla Bean Noel is a warm blend of fresh vanilla bean, warm caramel, and rich, comforting cream. By itself, it says that this bottle would cost $3.50. Now here is the Winter Candy Apple, a closer look here, and it says, one sweet celebration. Winter Candy Apple is a mouthwatering blend of crisp apple, candied orange, and rich cinnamon spice. And that's the same notes that's listed on Winter Candy Apple today. I'm gonna smell it. I think it's probably the same as Winter Candy Apple of today. It might just be my nose playing games with me, but I feel like this old winter candy apple smells fruitier than the winter candy apple of today. I feel like today it smells more floral. And then here we have the Festive Vanilla Fig. Here's a closer look at that one. It's purple. Warm up with the ones you love. Festive Vanilla Fig, TM. Did the other ones have a trademark on them? How odd. So here's the weird thing. On Festive Vanilla Fig, they have the trademark after the name of the fragrance, but for Winter Candy Apple and Vanilla Bean Noel, they didn't, even though they no longer make this one, but those other two are like our classics, so that's kind of weird. Festive Vanilla Fig is a creamy blend of fresh fig nectar, poached peach, vanilla extract, and decadent rum drizzle. So let's give that one a sniff. Smelling it in the bottle, it doesn't have much of a fragrance at all. Oh. That smells a lot like Twilight Woods. Is that Twilight Woods? It can't be. I don't think it is, but man, oh man, that smells almost identical to Twilight Woods. So that was all of the products that I have between 2004 and 2010. I hope you enjoyed this video, and like I said, stay tuned because there is a part 3 coming to this series. See you next time. Bye.